Hello, everybody on the Master Shah Tao Center Toronto Facebook page, and welcome. We are so excited to be here today with you, with everyone who's watching, and we have a very special guest with us here today to share with us a little bit about his experience in the Wellness Boost, in the Wellness Program, and his name is Zakota. So welcome, Zakota. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Hi, Alexia. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much. Happy to be here.
Amazing. And we welcome you, everyone who's watching, whether you're watching this live or on the recording, to share with us in the comments. Who are you? Where are you from? How are you doing today? Have you experienced this amazing wellness boost? Or if you have any questions about it as well as we move forward. So Zakota, we're so excited to be with you today and to hear a little bit. And would love to hear with you, I guess, your journey with doing the Wellness Boost and how you kind of discovered it, what your life was like at that time, and the transformations and any impact that doing this had on you.
Thank you, Alexia. I'm grateful to share my story because I love the Wellness Boost and the Wellness Program so much. It made a significant shift in my life in like a very short period of time. So I'm always grateful to, just share my own experience of it with others. So I first took the Wellness Boost and the Wellness Program back in spring of 2018, I think. And at the time, I was living with my family, and both my parents did it too. I was fortunate enough that both of them wanted to join me in doing the program. So the reason for me taking the program, I didn't have any kind of like physical illness or ailment at the time that I was specifically focusing on. Although I did notice like different improvements, which I'll mention in a little bit physically. But yeah, I didn't go into it with any kind of particular physical illness in mind to work on having transformation in. But I did, it was a very turbulent time in my life. There was a lot going on. Things were pretty financially tight, and just kind of living paycheck to paycheck and grocery money. So it was very stressful. And I'd say that I had, kind of a lot of emotional baggage weighing me down, like a lot of sadness and grief and just kind of maybe not worry, but stress, definitely stress and anxiety. And so for myself, like I know that having a daily routine for self-care is so important just for keeping up quality of living, like as important as exercise and healthy eating is to the physical body, this is to our mental and emotional body. And for me, my self-care daily routine was meditation and spiritual practice, but I wasn't consistent, and I found myself just experiencing a lot of these heavy emotions and just being able to be swayed by like little things would come up, and it would just, all this kind of heaviness would just set in and be like, oh, I have to deal with this again. And so that was kind of a day-to-day thing with me. It's like one day I would be up and I'd be pretty good, and then something would happen the next day and it would be like back down. So it was difficult kind of having that very up and down experience, because it's emotionally trying for someone, for anyone really. So the wellness program actually came along at a really perfect time in my life, and I took it with my family. And what I noticed right away was having the consistency of the practices that were being led and taught in the wellness program and Wellness Boost was just such a lifesaver. It just brought that higher vibrational frequency and field into my body, into my daily life. And wherever I was, I would wake up and start my day with this wellness boost, and the practices would just elevate it to a whole new level, and I would feel serene and peaceful and calm and actually happy in the face of any kind of circumstances that were I might have been living on that given day. I felt like it didn't sway me as much. And as the weeks continued, as the practices went on, it would just keep me in that. First of all, it would set my day. And so going into my day, I was already in a really great, not just frame of mind, because it's more than that. It's a feeling, it's a whole body experience. I'd be going out into life feeling a whole lot happier and more grounded and peaceful and elevated in my whole energy field. And then that would stay consistent throughout the day. And then the practice in the evening would also help, boost it before I went to bed. So it really quickly shifted things in my quality of living. Um, and yeah, I was really grateful for that part of that aspect of the experience.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing this, Zakota. And it's amazing to hear this experience. It really, really, really illuminates the power of doing these practices and the consistent support of the group. And how have you found that this is sustainable in your life? Like the things that you have learned or the frequency that you've developed and the healing and the rejuvenation, have you found it kind of, everlasting over the last year or so?
Absolutely. Yeah, great question. Because it really has been something that has been ongoing. It was kickstarted by the program. So the program not only gave me the consistency that I might not have had on my own, because I didn't have it on my own. I would go for 3, 4 days and not be in my own practice before doing the program. And then I would notice that I would just start to dip down and feel worse. Um, but with the consistency of having the practice every single day in the program, it's like I got on that call because I knew I could and it would be easy for me. It's like it wasn't so hard to motivate myself when a bunch of other people were doing it, and when the wonderful teachers were going to be leading these sessions that actually introduced me to new and dynamic practices that I could then take into my daily life and apply. So to have that kind of consistency, and learning the wisdom and the teachings and the practices that they taught was key. So it sustained me throughout the entire duration of the program and actually elevated my whole like being during that time. But also, when the program completed, I was left with a framework that I could now put into practice in my everyday life. And I got to say that made the biggest difference, because now from then on, basically, I had the consistency of A, knowing what to do, and B, just already having that kind of that flow of the program built into my being after having done it so consistently for so many weeks. It was just kind of second nature to wake up and be like, okay, I want to practice because I know that this is going to make me feel good. This is going to set my day. And yeah, it was really good for me. It's just had ongoing lasting effects. So that was a really wonderful program to take to really kickstart my spiritual practice in my daily life. And long after the program ended, I still experienced the benefits that those habits and those routines, as well as the practices, set up in my life as a consistent ongoing thing.
Wonderful. Thank you. And just for anyone who's watching, because we may have some people who haven't discovered these practices before, or maybe they don't have a spiritual practice and they're just looking for more healing and rejuvenation. So would you say that these are like simple and accessible, or how would you speak to that in terms of the practices and their accessibility for people of all backgrounds?
Oh, absolutely. Great question. So, I myself had been doing like different styles of meditation before. I'd done a bit of Tai Chi, but I find that these practices are so universal. They're very simple and very straightforward, and anyone can do them, which is really what's wonderful. It doesn't take like a steep learning curve. And what I love about how they teach in the program is they give you the understanding of what the practice is. You get the nuggets of the wisdom, and then it's applied right away. Like you don't have to wait. You don't have to like conceptualize it like, oh, is this what they're talking about? Maybe it means this. It's like you go right into the practice and you get to experience it for yourself. So that's what I say to anyone who, may be considering this is try it out and see for yourself, because really when you're on the other side of the bridge, that's when you understand what the practice is and what it does for you. This has been so emotionally beneficial for me, as well as bringing greater grounding and peace for my life. And it may bring other things for you if that, if that's what you need. For me, I loved it because it was consistent, it was clear, and it was really easy to follow along. The singing that some of the teachers did, or repeating, positive affirmations, the visualizing, the meditation, and the connecting with soul, heart, mind, and body was just so holistic, like a very comprehensive approach to each practice. So yeah, I love it.
Wonderful. Love what you're sharing. It deeply, deeply resonates. And I'm really, really grateful for you for sharing today and for what you shared about experiencing it for yourself. And I love that visual of being on the other side of the bridge. I remember when I was first learned about this wellness boost, and someone said, "Oh, you should do that." And I'm like, I was generally, like you said, healthy in terms of my, physical. And, I thought I was balanced emotionally and mentally. But then I realized when doing these practices, how much more elevated my state could be, how much more clear,
Exactly.
and how infinite that really is. And so what you're sharing about experiencing it really resonates, because I realized, like you said, on the other end of the bridge, kind of looking back, like, wow, I thought I was at this one place in my being, in my mind, in my heart, and who I am. But after having done these practices in a consistent way and further developed, realizing, oh my gosh, now where I am is a whole other level. So it was really humbling and really like eye-opening and heart-opening and just like so cool. So what you're sharing really resonates, and would love to just invite everyone who's watching, whether you're watching us on Facebook, on Instagram, live, on the recording, to take this opportunity for you, for your health, for your emotional health, your mental health, your physical health, whatever it is that you're focusing on in your life. It could even be your business or just up-leveling your current state of being, to join the December Wellness Boost. It's going to be a wonderful way to complete 2020, prepare for 2021, and whatever else it is that you have your intention set for this time period. So some of the things that are included in this program, Zakota briefly mentioned, are daily practice calls, weekly Tao calligraphy healing field meditation sessions, and also a surprise bonus workshop that's going to be moving with grace and light into 2021 with Francisco Quintero. So it's also going to be a very powerful workshop on December 19th. So yes, click the link. We're going to have a link in the description, or if you're on Instagram, the link in the bio, and join us. Do you have any final words for anyone that's watching?
I'd like to say also, from my experience, it's really great for relationships. Like I said, I did it with both my parents, and during the course of the weeks in the program, we all noticed a greater sense of harmony and compassion, and like an even deeper love and connection with each other and our own family relationships. So even if your family doesn't do it with you, you can still experience like great benefits in your own personal relationships from it. I definitely noticed that. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Zakota. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you for sharing. Thank you,
My pleasure.
everyone who's joined us, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks. Bye.